everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back.
We are.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. I'm Shadonica Nicole.
I'm Elise Simone.
And this is the Audacity Podcast, where the hard conversations are had.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And comment.
Yes, we love engagement.
We love those comments. We love to see and read just how you all feel when it comes to our episodes and sharing your own experiences. So yes, please engage.
Yes.
So we're gonna be talking about a couple of things. You know, my mom, she's been doing some big things here lately.
Yes.
She's coming out with a book.
Yes.
Do you want to say the title?
The title of the book is The Glow Up Blueprint, from survival mode to alignment to generational legacy.
Yes.
I'm paraphrasing here because we're still working through the cover and all those great things. But I'm excited. It has definitely been an exciting process. It's definitely been a stressful process. Anybody out there who's writing a book or have written a book, shout out to you. Because it is not all just about writing the book. There's so many other things that go into this whole process. And I'm thankful to be in a coaching program where I'm learning all the behind the scenes stuff that goes on. Even though I don't plan on doing any more behind the scenes stuff from this moment on, like I know my lane, like I'm a payer.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to write the book and then you take it and you do what you do. Because all this technical stuff, like, what do you mean I need to download and copy this and flip export and turn this into a PDF? Girl, I just write.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I just write.
And it's wild because even though I'm tech savvy, I would still much rather pay somebody to do that. Because I want to be the one that's on the back end just doing my job.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody else can do the rest.
And that's why those jobs are there.
Exactly.
Like, who am I? I'm never the type of person to want to DIY anything, especially if it's not in my lane.
Right.
If it's not in my wheelhouse, I don't have no problem delegating.
Right.
I never have a problem delegating. Like, not at all. If that's what you do that.
And who am I to stop your bag?
Exactly. I have no problem with that at all.
I will gladly pay you.
I will gladly pay you to do this for me because I know that I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm one of those people, I believe that it's expensive to be cheap. Like, clock that. Like, because as soon as you try to do something on your own, you going through all the motions, you doing all the stuff, you're going to have to go back through and change stuff anyway. You're going to have to change this, change it, and that's going to cost you more money. So I would rather just spend the money right off the bat and be done with it. Like, what am I trying to prove here?
Right.
Like, I am not the DIYer. I'm not that girl.
I'm stressed.
I am stressed to the max. Like, I done had a whole anxiety attack, got my therapist on speed dial and everything. Cause that's just not what I do.
Yeah.
It's just not what I do. I will write.
Yes.
You want the content, I'll give you the content and you do all that other stuff because that's just not.
Yeah, I feel it.
That's not in my spirit. That's not my ministry. It's not.
Yeah.
My ministry is to give you this information.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to do.
And you do what you will with that.
Yes. Yeah, so now we got done with that. I wrote a book. It's going to be coming out soon. I'm in the process of finalizing the cover, and we're going to be doing a pre-launch. So there's going to be pre-orders at a special pre-order price. So you guys that want to get in on the early bird, you can do that as well. I'm going to be doing a raffle to go along with it, possibly some merch. And a giveaway too. So you guys tune in, like, clock in and tune in with our social media. Like, you can find me at Shadonica Barnes LNT on Facebook. You can also log into my, go follow my Shadonica Barnes, The Glow Up Coach Facebook page. I'm also on Instagram at The Glow Up Blueprint. So follow me on social media so you can get all the behind the scenes content and even, just get to know me a little bit more, get to know my story, get to know my, my history with survival mode and being a survivor of abuse, and also being in the health and wellness field for 14 years now. This month will be 14 years that I've been in the health and wellness field. And I'm a trauma-informed coach and facilitator of support groups as well. So I'm an advocate for survivors of abuse. So lock in with me.
Yes. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
So there was a couple topics that you wanted to touch on. I didn't see the ones that you were reading off
because I'm in something totally different.
Yeah, so I was like, I might have to let you take the wheel when it comes.
Well, we were basically just talking about the body, and since that is the field that I'm in, at the moment, dealing with the body as a massage therapist, I try to educate my clients on, and informing them and letting them know that, the body does keep score. That is a book, by the way, that you guys should definitely get if you are a trauma survivor or any type of, dealing with any type of abuse, surviving of abuse or trauma of any kind. Like, the body does keep score. And so we hold all those things in our bodies, like any type of trauma, any type of accident that you've ever been in, even surgeries, things like that. So all those things are stored in the body if you don't release.
Right.
So that's why I'm also a really big advocate for therapy. Like, everybody should have a counselor or coach or both. I have both, actually. It's very important to have somebody that you can unload those things on. There's got to be a place where you can let go of all of those things. Otherwise, it will store inside the body, and the body can begin to attack you from the inside out. And so that's why I hear a lot of my clients come in, like, if you have chronic pain and you don't know how to get rid of it, you tried everything, you've taken the pain pills, you've been to the doctor, a lot of times that is trauma and emotional stuff stored inside your body. So it is very beneficial for you to talk those things out. Like, a lot of people don't take into account how beneficial it is to actually just sit and talk with someone. Talk about what's going on with you, talk about what you've been through. It's very therapeutic, and it helps a lot. It helps out tremendously to keep you away from having to pop pills or, running back and forth to the doctor and things like that. If you have a consistent health and wellness regimen, you can get to the point to where all these things that you're doing, like massage therapy and things like that, just become like preventative, or just become maintenance, so yeah, just storing those types of things inside the body, because even as a child, we're taught or we learn that, okay, if I act this way or I perform this way, then this is the result that I'll get, which when you're dealing with trauma and abuse, that can be counterproductive. Like, it can backfire on you later on. Like, when you're young, you're taught or you learn that if I'm quiet, then I won't get abused. If I'm quiet, then they won't notice that I'm even in the room. Or if I'm compliant with this thing that I really don't want to do, it'll keep me safe.
Right.
But what you're not told is when you get older, it becomes even worse consequence when you get into adult relationships, because that thing just repeats itself. That cycle just repeats itself over and over again, and you end up being in situations that you should not be in. You end up staying in situations that you should have left a long time ago, but you're staying because your body is telling you that this is keeping you safe.
Yeah.
But it's really not. It's really what's familiar. That's the thing that has become familiar. So your body and your brain tricks itself into thinking this feels like home, but it's not really home. It's just familiar. So yeah,
like, it's a level of comfort.
Yes, it's comfort, and that's why they always say, get out of your comfort zone, because once it becomes comfortable, it's really hard to step out of. And we talked about this before we got on camera. Like, I can really tell that with me writing this book and actually finishing this book, that I have literally stepped out of my comfort zone. Like, and it's something that I have not done in a really long time. And so I'm starting to feel it. Like, I'm starting to feel all the fear, all the insecurities, all the, maybe I shouldn't do this, or maybe I should shrink back into the background again. And it's like, no, like, you have to push yourself to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, you got to jump to the successful things as quick as you jump to conclusions.
Right.
Like, I think, who said that? I think Benjamin Franklin might have said that. Somebody old said that. But yeah, it's real talk. Like, just jump. Do it scared. Do it afraid. Do it even when you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Because I feel like if you are called to something, it will make room and it'll make way for you. Like, that's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, and I feel that even when you're called to do something, you're not going to not unhear that until you do it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, I can say that there's been so many things that I know that I'm called to do, and it's like you have those voices in the back of your head where it's like, if you don't do this, like you're going to continue to suffer and go through things you're going through because you know what you're called and what you're placed to do, but you're just not doing it, or you're not doing it out of fear. You're not doing it, or whatever the case may be. It's like you always have that voice in the back of your head telling you what your your purpose and your calling really is. So I feel like it's just, you're gonna keep continuing to hear that until you just do it.
Yes, that is so true. And I think that's the thing that keeps a lot of people stuck, and me included, because I should have really, and I told my therapist this yesterday, like I should have had this book done 10 years ago, but she helped me reframe it, because she was like, really? She's like, do you really think that? Because really, you've experienced so much more since then. You've gone through so much more since then. You've grown, you've gotten older, and you've experienced more things. So maybe this is the right time. Maybe back then was just a time that the idea was planted, the seed was planted. Yeah. But now this is the time, because you actually finished it. Like, and she kind of got on to me a little bit too, because she was like, so what'd you do to celebrate? And I was like, nothing. Like, I told everybody was like, congratulations. So now I'm on to the next thing. She was like, my therapist, love her to death, because I'll be taking her through it. But she was like, no, she's like, you need to celebrate that, because how many people can you say like actually sat down to write a book and they finished it? She's like, you're a planner and that's what you do. So you've planned out so many things, but this is the first time that you actually went through and you finished it. So she's like, I don't care if it's something small, I don't care what it is, but you need to take a pause and celebrate yourself. And I think a lot of people need to hear that. Like, celebrate your wins, even the big ones and the little ones, the big W's and the little W's. A win is a win. And she's like, and even if it doesn't, like, say it doesn't become like a major bestseller or anything like that, you wrote a damn book, right? And you published it, like you finished it, you put it out. So celebrate that. And I'm just also like,
you were also a co-author of a book.
I am.
So it's like, yeah, celebrate those wins for sure. Like, I definitely, I'm a person that needed to hear that myself, because I feel like you get so caught up in just life and just things just happening or not happening or whatever. So that even when you do have those big moments or those small moments, it's like, okay, well, on to the next thing.
And that's exactly what I told her. I was like, I was just on to the next thing. She was like,
you don't even take a second to celebrate the fact that you did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not to take away from this moment, but to also celebrate one of my wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also just got hired on to be at a school to be a one-on-one behavioral aid. Clap it up for me, and coming from so many, other places, and I'm not going to down talk any of those places by any means, but just coming from spaces where I feel like I wasn't being valued as an employee, and just, feeling like my work was coming to a bit of a halt in a sense, and feeling like, okay, I'm losing my spark in the field that I'm in. I'm losing my happiness. I'm losing the excitement of wanting to come to work every day. All of those things were like really becoming, it was taking a huge toll on me. And so I knew I needed to make a difference, like to make a change, but at the same time, even when I applied, I wasn't applying in the sense of like, I'm applying because I'm really striving to get this job. I was just applying. Okay? I was just applying myself. So when I heard back the next day after I applied, and they're like, okay, we want to interview you. We want to bring you in and, talk with you and to talk with you about your experiences, yada, yada, yada. And I had my interview, and even when I pulled into the parking lot, I'm like, whoa. My whole energy shifted. Everything changed. Everything was like, I feel like just from pulling into the parking lot, I feel like I got my spark back instantly. And then when I walked into the building and I'm seeing a bunch of organized chaos, I'm like, oh yeah, you see kids running around, you hear them screaming while I'm doing my interview. It's so many things, and we're sitting in my interview laughing. Like, she was like, yep, he's mad but he's happy at the same time. Like, it was so many things that we were like, okay, that we had to kind of take a pause for a second. And I'm like, you don't understand the things that I've gone through just to get to this space again. Especially coming from being in that space when I was a lot younger, in school at the time, I'm volunteering to be in the same type of field, and then I get pushed out of that field for someone's own personal reasoning or whatever the case may be. I was like, I feel like I have a chance to do it all over again, do it the way that I want to do it, be able to make a difference in someone else's life, and really fulfill my goal in this field, and then continue to grow in the field that I'm in. Yes. And it's crazy because where I'm at right now, it plays so many roles into my future goals.
That's what I was just thinking.
And I feel that people really don't, if you're really not in this space of like fulfilling your true purpose, none of the things you do are going to make sense. It's like whenever you know what your true purpose is on this earth, when you get new opportunities and a way to just do things differently the next go around, everything starts to make sense.
Yes, everything you went through, even the pain, the trials,
the trauma, everything that you have gone through. When you get that one opportunity, it's like, okay, I have the space to do this all over again and do it my way, not someone else's way, but my way.
And I think that's the important thing about that to pull out from that too is knowing when you're in tune. Yeah. When you are in tune with you, when you have that self-awareness, and you know, you listen to that voice, which I call the Holy Spirit. When you listen to that makes it all clear for you. Like you can see what you just said. Like all the stuff that I went through leading up to this point has got me here. Yeah. So therefore you can even the bad part, even the painful parts, you can go back through and pull from those things, because whether people want to accept it or not, pain and trials is necessary. And we're designed to go through those things, whether you feel like it or not. You were designed and created to go through those things. You know, the word tells us that we are going to have pain and suffering and trials and tribulations and all those things. So you have to be paying attention. Like I have a real issue when I'm around people that do nothing but complain. Like I cannot be around complainers, because I'm a solution-based type of person. That's what kind of coach I am. Like if we're going to sit here, like I'm going to give you a certain amount of time. And then after that, okay, let's find the solution here. Let's find the lesson that we're supposed to get from this, because we're not supposed to stay stuck here. And you know, I think that's really good what you said about all the stuff that lead it up. Like, and you can not even with just jobs, like you can find that with anything, relationships, like anything. Every single thing that you've been through led you to where you're at right now. Exactly. And it's on you what you choose to do with it. Right. And like so you can fumble, or you can go right on in and take it.
Yeah. And so that was like a really big thing for me. And it was like, even when I left my interview, I knew I had the job. You know, we always know. Yeah. And sometimes I feel like we get used to just getting the job on the spot. Yeah. So when you want to make me wait, I'm like, all right, whatever. But then you hit me at the day, you know, like maybe a couple hours later, like, welcome to the team. I'm like, yeah. Like I knew I had it. But it's like, I'm going to let y'all marinate on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really me marinating. I'm letting y'all marinate, because y'all know that if you be a fool to not hire me, that's just what it is. All this experience that I have on my resume, you be a fool not to hire me. Yeah. I'm sitting here talking with the staff. I'm talking with the clients and stuff like that. And it's like, I literally feel like, okay, this is why I went through all the things that I went through.
Yep. And you're going to be able to pull from
all of it
to help you out in this new space.
Yes. And even with me talking with my own counselor, and she always applauds me on being so self-aware, you know, because I be talking to myself. So I just be in the car and I just be going, like I just be driving or whatever. And I just be talking to myself sometimes. And I be like, man, even when I've had different spaces where I've talked to different counselors or whatever, I've noticed with this one, I would literally tell her everything that encompasses me. So even let's get to the nitty gritty. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, well, this is what happened. And, you know, and we have so many sessions to where then we're getting into, I'm going to tell you right there, this is what I've been through. This is what the fuck is it. I'm going to tell you everything. And she'd be like, well, I just really applaud you for being so as self-aware as you are about yourself. Yeah. Because I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat nothing. Let's get to it.
Let's get through all the fluff.
Let's get through all the fluff. Let's get to it. Because I know that even in the job that I'm going to be going into, I could tell that, and even before leading up to now, it's helped me so much with my own mental health and just redirecting myself and being able to check myself and my own, just check myself overall before I even go into a building or whatever. Like if I'm in a space where I'm not feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this today or whatever, I'm really checking myself. Why do I feel like this? Why am I just waking up and I'm just in so much pain, and not even physically, but just mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I just wake up and I'm just really heavy today. I'm really tapping into myself before I even step foot into my place of employment. So that I'm checking myself at the door, because these people matter now. Yeah. It's not my own feelings. It's now I'm stepping into a space where I'm caring about someone else. And it's no longer about me.
And you're actually doing, you know, what I talk about in the book. You are getting yourself out of survival mode. Yeah. Because really, when we're just getting up and going through the motions every day, that's basically what we're doing. We're stuck in survival mode. And we were not meant to stay stuck in survival mode. Right. We were meant to align, embody, and rise to any occasion. Like we were not meant to just be going through the motions. Like you see people, like on my way to my office every day, like I've noticed that I see the same people every day. And it's like they look the same every day. Like they're, and granted, I get stuck in that mode sometimes too, because I've been in my field for 14 years. So I'm starting to get to that point where I'm kind of like I can do this shit with my eyes closed. Like it's like you miss, like you said, that spark. And so I've even gotten to the point where I'll try to, take myself out of the routine and like maybe go a different way to work, do something different, just to keep myself from getting stuck in that mode. Because when you get stuck, it is really hard to come out of it. It is really hard to come out of it.
It literally makes you feel like a robot.
Yes.
You're doing the same thing every day. There's no emotion to it. There's no anything. You're a robot every single day. Every day. I've even noticed that too. Like on my way to work, I would see the same cars at the same time. The people just looking the same way. Yeah. Like I'm like, I gotta figure out a different way.
I gotta do something different.
I'm literally passing you at the same time, the same mark. That is insane to me.
And when I start seeing the same homeless dude,
no, for real.
And I done gave you money this week already. Like, dude, if you don't.
At this point, I'm going to take you to work with me. Do you want to drive?
Exactly, because you ain't figured it out. You ain't done it yet. Like, come on now. And he's steady waving at me every day. Like, dude, I ain't got nothing for you today. I'm sorry.
At this point, I know you by name.
Exactly. No, the one that got me was the guy that stopped and I gave him money. And he was like, he asked me about my mama. He was like, do you know a lady named so? And I was like, he was like, because you look just like her. I was like, that's my mom. Kid you not. Kid you not. He was like, do you know this lady named so? And he was like, because you look just like her. I was like, dude, that's my mama. Yeah. And so please, and get the book, because I'm going to tell you how to get yourself out of it. Because, we were not put here just to merely cope. And that's what this book is. This book is an invitation for you to merely stop coping and start becoming, because that's what we're all here to do. Like, we are here to grow. We're here to evolve, and we're here to contribute, and we're here to create. And you're not creating or evolving or growing if you're staying stuck in the same patterns that you were in when you were a child. Because what you had to do when you were a child is not the same thing you're going to have to do to survive as an adult. And it wasn't the same. It wasn't meant for you to do that. So it's so important. Like, I'm all about being in relationship, even friendships, with people that are growing. Like, I'm always want to know, like, what you got going on. Like, what, so this is all you're going to do? Yeah. And sometimes I get looked at crazy because they be looking like, well, yeah, I've been doing it for some time. I'm like, but that's all? Like, I'm just, that's all? That's all you want to do? Like, you don't want to do nothing else.
I think too, I think I get a sense of, I don't want to use the wrong word, but I know that there are some people out here that strictly see themselves as just doing the same thing they're doing every single day. You have those people that are out here and, you know, they see themselves working at Burger King for 60 years. You know, you have those people that are just, and I mean, more power to you. I'm not judging you for doing what you're doing. If you feel like that's where your sense of fulfillment is, I can't even judge you on that. You know what I'm saying? But I think I have those questions with those ones that I have in my life if I know that you're not happy where you are.
Yeah. Because some people are, like, I used to think that about, like, because we come from a small town. And so I would pay attention to, like, the girls I went to school with. And it was like their lot in life to graduate high school, maybe go to college, but it was graduate high school, marry their high school sweetheart. He worked at the factory, have babies, buy a house. And I'm just, and for some people, great.
Yeah.
If that's what you were meant to do, great. Have at it, boo. But I just feel like, and if that is in your purpose, if you feel like that is in your purpose and the Lord really, that's your calling, great, amazing. But for me, it just wasn't ever, it just wasn't never that for me.
That was never my bingo card.
No, it wasn't mine. Even though life, of course, will turn out to be totally different because if you make a plan, then
yeah,
he on you. Yeah, but it's like I just wasn't something that I was like, oh, I want to grow up and I want to get married and I want to have these kids and I want to have this house and I want to.
Yeah, I never seen myself having the white picket fence life ever.
I don't even like white like that. And why is there a fence in front of like?
Right. I mean, I'm gonna have a gate.
Yeah. With a code.
Yeah, with a code.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? With a buzzer.
Yeah, that's right.
But I never seen that life for myself. I didn't even want to have kids growing up. You know, so the jury is still out on that. So you know, I'd never seen that. And like you said, with us growing up in a small town, and you see that all the time. And even with the older generation, it's just like when you get married, you have kids, you work your jobs, you retire, and then boom, your kids is off doing what they need to do, and you back here and you wait until you die. I'd never seen that for myself. I just knew that my goals, my purpose, my vision, everything was so far bigger than that. But like we said, if that's what you choose to do, if that's your purpose, then you do that.
Yeah,
you do just that. There's no judgment here, but I knew that's not where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And even when you were talking about, kind of going back to when you were saying, just stepping outside of your comfort zone, I felt like that in a sense with relationships, but also like in my work field. I feel like everything's kind of been happening at the same time. Like my relationships with people have changed, my work life has changed, and I feel like I'm in a season of stepping outside of my comfort zone as well. And even when I went into my interview, I'm like, even though this is something that I have been doing for so long, I still felt like this is so different. You know, I felt uncomfortable. Even though I've had the same questions asked to me, I've dealt with the same types of people, staff, and I felt so uncomfortable. Even though I was confident in my interview, I'm like, I could tell it's for me because I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Yep.
I have never, when I tell you, I haven't had many in-person interviews. Like I have, but especially in this field, everything's done over the phone. And so when I'm interviewing with someone, like I'm actually interviewing for a school versus just volunteering at the school that I'm already at, I knew I had my clothes set out the night before, which I never do.
Right.
I'm a person where I won't walk in looking any old kind of way, but I'm not really putting that much like effort into presenting myself for an in-person interview.
Yeah.
So I knew it was a completely different thing. I was ready to get off work that night, and I'm like, look, I had my whole outfit planned in my head before I even left work. And I was like, I'm putting this on in the morning. I got this perfume that I'm finna wear, just dabble it on or whatever. I literally was talking to myself on the way there, like just pouring so much into myself on the way there to where I don't ever do that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'll walk into a place, I'm like, I already know I'm going to get this job because you've been asking the same damn questions. I have my answers rehearsed already. Like, I already know, like, what you're going to ask me, how you're going to ask me. Even if you try to throw me a little curveball, I still got an answer for that.
Got it.
Like, it's nothing that you can really ask me that I haven't been asked before.
Yeah.
So it was like it became second nature so much in this field. Mm-hmm. So I knew when I got into this space, I'm like, okay, I got to be prepared for this, maybe even this. Whatever.
And then it feels good.
It does.
To put that effort, to have something that you really want to put that effort into.
It does.
Like you really want to be your best at this because you know this is your lane.
Yeah.
So it's like when you have that, it's like, man, please. Like you put in so much more effort. It's so much more exciting.
Yeah.
And the nervousness, it becomes fuel.
Yeah.
It's like fuel. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday because she's like, I'm scared. I'm like, I'm glad you're scared.
You should be.
You should be. If you wasn't scared, I'd be worried. Mm-hmm. Because that's the thing. And I told her, I was like, you're scared. It's a good thing that you're scared because that means you're not stupid. Mm-hmm. You know the magnitude of what you're about to walk into.
Yeah.
You know that this is a God aligned, this is a divine aligned thing that you're about to walk into. So you should be nervous.
Mm-hmm. And then I also know what I'm bringing.
Yes.
So it's not just what they can bring to me and what they can offer to me, but it's what I can offer to them. Mm-hmm. So my answers were like, look, this is what I've been doing. This is what I can offer you. This is my future plans, whatever the case may be in this field. I want to grow, like everything. It's like, it's not just you offering me a job.
Yeah.
I'm offering you.
We're partnering here.
We're partnering.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
So it's not really you just interviewing me. I'm interviewing you too.
Absolutely.
To see if this is a great fit for me.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to be in any more companies where the management is poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have dealt with that so much, and especially in this field, which is insane to me because we are caring for people.
Yeah.
This is not just we working at McDonald's.
Right.
Like,
we have people's lives.
We have people's lives in our hands where at the blink of an eye, things can go left. Mm-hmm. So this is a serious thing, and I take it serious. I take it if you want to tick me off, this is one way to do it. Especially being in this field and being out in public. And I feel like I've noticed more within the last 6 years that I've been in the field too, that when you're out in public and people look at you a certain type of way because you're caring for someone that is of a disability or whatever, that shit is so offensive, not just to them, but to me as their staff. And then it kind of puts you in a space of, you just pissed me off, but also in a space of people don't truly appreciate the lives that they have. They take it so much for granted. Like you don't tomorrow you could be in the same exact position.
Yes.
And I'm going to be the one taking care of you.
Yes.
But yet you are judging the people that I'm taking care of because you're not in that space.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you have a niece, nephew, cousin, sister, brother that are in the same exact place, but you're judging them and you're judging me for taking care of them. And you're judging them for having a certain disability.
Yep. Because in their eyes and in their space, they're not even accepting, they're still in denial of the fact that their person has a disability. Like they're looking at it in more of a negative way. And I find that a lot in our culture, especially when someone is, not in the same mental space that we are, or they consider to be slow or whatever. They tend to keep them in the background, or they tend to just kind of gloss over, oh, well, they just a little slow, or they just this or they that, when you really are doing them and yourself a disservice, because why aren't you getting them help?
Yeah.
To where they can flourish.
And the word that I thought of was, even in the community or people that are dealing with this in their own family, you look at it as an inconvenience.
Yes.
Especially in the families, but especially in the community.
Yeah.
I am sitting here trying to teach someone to develop a level of independence for themselves. So meaning checking out their own items at the store. You're pissed off at me because we're taking too long.
Yeah.
So it's an inconvenience for you.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that, because the same level of independence that you have, I'm teaching them to have. But it's an inconvenience for you because you just want to get in and out of the store.
And that's the world that we live in, sadly enough.
It sucks.
Sadly enough, that's the world that we live in, where everybody just want to rush through. And the thing that kills me about that is you act like there was never a time when you didn't know how to do something. Like, you think you just woke up today, you just woke up one day and you knew how to do all this stuff. Somebody had to teach you. Your parents had to redirect you on numerous occasions. Because 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you was the kid that got on everybody's nerves. Like, the ones that are so inconvenienced right now, I bet you was the one that got on everybody's nerves.
Guaranteed.
Like, guaranteed. Because you understand. Because you understand you. You understand your behavior. So I'm sure you was probably the kid that got on everybody's nerves. That is hilarious.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, but I love that for you, and congratulations. Like, I'm so glad for you on that, because it ain't nothing like getting up and going to a job that you hate. And not so much as that, it's like you remember the spark that you had in the beginning. Like, you remember how it was in the beginning when you first started, and you were so excited and you were so happy to be able to go and help these people and do these things. And now it's like,
and a lot of times it's not even the job, it's the management.
It's the management. Yeah.
Like, I tell people that all the time, and even in my resignation letter that I sent today, I was like, look, you know, the management reflects the staff reflects the management. So it all starts at the top.
Attitude reflects leadership.
You know, it all starts at the top. So when you're looking at your staff and staff got a bad attitude, they feel like that. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
That will show you everything that you need to know.
Absolutely.
Like, it really will. So it's just like, I'm never going to stay anywhere where I'm not wanted or, you know, needed or liked or valued or anything. I will gladly leave.
Yeah.
When I say I will gladly leave a job, I will gladly leave a job.
Gladly.
I mean,
like, before you even get the words out, you ain't said
nothing.
Let me I thought you would never say shit. I've been waiting on you.
I've been waiting. Shoot, you ain't got to tell me.
You ain't got to tell me.
You know, I just wanted you to say the word for real.
And for real, you could have called me before I even got here.
You
like,
hear me?
I didn't even have to leave the house.
I really didn't. Like, because I could have stayed in my bed.
Yeah, for real.
You know, because I'm gonna be all right. Shoot, I don't apply for 3 damn jobs. I'm laying in this bed right now.
Sitting in the parking lot, I was on Indeed. What are you talking about?
On my shift, I'm on Indeed. What are we talking about? Shoot.
I'm going on break to take this call right now.
You hear me?
Like, what are we doing?
Like, shit. I've been in plenty of orientations where I got that call. Let me go ahead. This is emergency. I gotta take this right quick. Yeah. Trust me, you ain't stopped nothing over here.
Not a thing.
Never did.
Not a thing.
Man.
Oh.
And people expect you to just be silent.
Yeah.
So even when I seen one of your lines on your description was like, silence looked like peace. Even that can go in so many different ways. And people expect you to just be silent because that's just, they want peace. You know what I'm saying? So even in the work field, in your relationships or whatever the case may be, like, you expect me to stay silent because you feel like if I'm not silent, I'm raising hell.
Well, and see, in the context that I put that in, silence means peace to you too, because as a child, like, you know, we were talking about dealing with trauma, you're taught, if you be quiet, then you're not gonna get hit. If you be quiet, you're not gonna get abused. If you be quiet, they're not gonna yell. If you be quiet, then everything will just be smooth. And so we take that into jobs. We take that into relationships. Like, if I just be quiet about it, then he'll just shut up. Or if I just be quiet about it, then he won't say nothing, or he won't hit me. Or, you know, my mom, if I'm just quiet, then she'll totally forget that I'm even here, you know, like that. And that turns into, you know, a bad thing when you get older, because it's like, okay, so you don't even know how to speak up for yourself now, or you do, but you're afraid. Yeah, because you don't want to disrupt the flow. I might, and that's what we talked about in last episode with the code switching thing. Like, oh, well, let me just be quiet so they don't think I'm being intimidating, or they don't think I'm being aggressive. And it's not that. You're actually you're sticking up for yourself. You are actually betraying yourself by staying silent. Yeah. So, yeah, we got to get out of that, you know, and that's part of coming out of the survival mode. Like, being silenced, that's all a part of being stuck in survival mode. Yeah. And, like, the definition of survive is to come alive through. So let's go from staying stuck in this whole pattern of being in survival mode and actually living. Mm-hmm. Like, you get so stuck in survival mode where all you're doing now is existing. Mm-hmm. No, we're put here to live. Mm-hmm. Like, you wake up every day, you wake up today, you breathe and you're living. Mm-hmm. So go live. Mm-hmm. You know, and while you just while you shrinking yourself and staying silent and not setting boundaries and not speaking up for yourself, you're slowly dying. Yeah. Because you're not growing. You can't be growing if you're not stepping out and saying, hey, I don't like this. Mm-hmm. Or, hey, this is making me uncomfortable. Or, hey, that's not what we discussed. Like, open that up. Like, open that up. Let that out, because you're just hurting yourself in the process, and the body will begin to react from the inside out if you don't open up and just start expressing yourself. You know, there's respectful ways to do it. You don't have to be screaming and hollering and cussing, but, you know, you need to learn how to redirect and regulate your emotions and your feelings. I'm not saying you need to just go off willy-nilly snapping on people, but you do need to speak up for yourself, and you do need to protect yourself. And by setting boundaries and saying no and not staying silent, those are ways that you are protecting yourself and respecting yourself and recognizing your worth. And you teach people how to treat you. Mm-hmm. So if you walk into a space or any relationship or anything and you're treating yourself a certain way, people are picking up on that. Mm-hmm. If you're staying silent, people are picking up on that. So they're going to know, oh, I could talk to her any kind of way because she's going to smile and keep on going. Mm-hmm. No, sir, not here. Yeah. Not here. No, sir, no, ma'am. Like, not here. You're not going to be able to just walk all over me. Mm-hmm. And my therapist mentioned that to me in one of our last sessions, because I was just checking in with her, and I was just like, what have you seen? Because we've been working together now, probably about 5 years. And she was like, in the beginning, she was like, you were just letting people just walk all over you. Mm-hmm. Like you were taking that, you weren't looking at it as them walking all over you. You were looking at that as you being compliant, or you just adapting, or you're just being nice. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can be nice but still stick up for yourself. Yeah. You can be nice and still respect you and create a boundary. And anybody who has a problem with your boundary, they don't have any respect for you. Right. And they don't need to be in your life anyway. And I was like, oh, so I'm grown. That's growth. It's called growth. Yeah. I've grown. So I'm really excited about that. I'm glad that she noticed it, and I'm glad that she pointed it out to me. Yeah. Because I really was just thinking that I was just, you ain't gonna step in, I thought that I was, you ain't gonna do this. And she was like, nah, you wouldn't. So that was good. Yeah. I think it took me a while, and I feel like sometimes I still struggle with it, just being an advocate for myself. Because you don't want to really step on no toes and nothing like that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, y'all been stepping on my toes for how long? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In different types of settings, whatever, to where it's like, no, I deserve exactly what I'm asking for. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So no, you're not going to walk all over my boundaries. You're not going to talk to me any old kind of way. You're not going to just treat me any old kind of way because I'm afraid of losing you. Like, no, I'm not taking the L here. You are. You are. So yeah, it took a lot. And I feel like that's why I'm in the field that I'm in right now, to be able to help those who can't advocate for themselves. I'm there to advocate for them. Because no, you're not going to walk over my people in no type of way. You're not going to talk to them in no type of way. You're not going to just push them out the way because it's inconvenient for you. Yeah. Like, I'm not, no. So I take it very much like to the heart. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's where, we're blessed to be those kinds of people, like empathetic, and, we pay attention to the energy, we pay attention to things like that. And I think it takes a special type of person to be an advocate, because, not only have we been in spaces where we needed to be advocated for, but it's like we have feelings. We feel that. Yeah. Like, I feel that shit. Like, I feel when somebody's being rude. I feel when somebody's not being treated well, and it affects me. Like, even after the situation is done, I'm still mad. I'm still mad. Like, I'm madder than you. Yeah. Because why are we not beating them up? Right. Man, like, why haven't we not run them over with the car? Man, for real. No, I'm not advocating for that. No, but I'm just saying, like, Why are we not like going off right now?
For
I
real.
just don't understand it. But you do have to regulate. You do have to bring it, dial it back. And there are strategic ways of going about, advocating for yourself and others. And that's why I'm glad that I'm in the field that I'm in. I'm glad that I've experienced the things that I have experienced because I know how to navigate that space now. I know how to do that, and that's pretty much where this book came from. It's like, being aware, leaning into allowing yourself to heal and reclaiming your identity, basically, because the person that you became to survive is not the person that you were created to be. And I think a lot of people, they're stuck. You're stuck because you think that because this is the way you're coping now, that's the way that you were supposed to be, and it's really not. It is really not. Like, you were created to be so much more. And you were created to experience so much more. You were created to accomplish so much more and to give so much more to the kingdom, so much more to this world. Like, there's somebody out there right now that's been through the same thing that you've been through, but because you're still stuck in survival mode, you don't even recognize how you can be helping them. You don't even recognize how you can be bringing them out and bringing them right along with you. And that's why it was so important for me to write and finish this book, because I was thinking about all the people that I was leaving behind. Even the people that I know and the people that I don't know. And it's like a coach gave me the example one time of, like, you're an ambulance, and like, say you're an ambulance and you're going down the street and you see people in the road, you see somebody in the road bleeding. Are you going to just keep driving by?
Right.
You're the ambulance. You're supposed to stop, flash your lights,
right,
and stop traffic and help them. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, anything other than that at this point, I have no time or space for, but walking in my assignment. And I really genuinely feel like this is my assignment, because there's no reason why I kept going in circles and coming back to the same things and getting the lessons over and over again, for me not to realize, okay, you're supposed to be teaching this. And so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it.
And as a daughter, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really am. Like, I've been seeing the posts and stuff like that, and I'm truly proud of you, because you came from, I don't even know how to define it. Like, for real, like the story that you have. And if y'all don't know her story, like, I'm not even finna say it. Like, you go tap in and find out for yourself. For real. Because my mom, she's come from a space where she shouldn't even be here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that she is executing a goal that she's had for so long, and she's actually been in a space to, fulfill that goal and just truly get to that point where she's like, okay, I'm doing this. And even though with all the anxiety, all the emotions that she's been having, it's like there's been times I've been, Mom, what you doing? She's like, I'm trying to get this book done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's just like, she remained locked in. Like, the distractions, she didn't have time for it. She's just like, I'm locked in. I'm writing this book. I'm in the zone. I have to make this happen. And I feel like it almost made, like, with the passing of Grandpa too, it kind of kicked you even more into overdrive. Like, her losing her father, it was like, all right, I have no time to waste. Like, I'm really getting to it. And so in that space, I can say I'm so proud of you. Like, I just cannot wait to see, like, what you do even after this point. Like, once you publish, once you get going, like, I can't wait. I feel like a proud mom right now. Like, for real, I can't wait, because I know your story, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many people out here that don't know your story. And the fact that you're able to share it with others that have been the same type of, predicaments or something similar, you're able to really see, like, you're able to really show, like, I've been through this, but this is where I ended up. And that's the whole point of it all. Like, don't let your story truly define who you are as a person. Like, yes, that is who you are, but that's not who you are. Like, you encompass so much. Like, you are just a force to be reckoned with. Seriously. Like,
I appreciate that.
Man,
I receive that.
It's just I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I really
and thank
am.
you for having my back.
Man, always.
You be having my back, and you be there and you don't even be realizing how you be saving me sometimes.
Man, like, I'll be having back, front, sides. It don't even matter. Like, when it comes to my mama, good luck stopping
just
me.
Don't let it come to my
mama. Just don't let it come to because good luck stopping me. Y'all thought she was bad? Good luck stopping me. I'm a product of her. Good luck stopping me because I'm going to hell. Like, you go low, I'm going straight to hell. Like, when it comes to that one. So, yeah, it's just.
And same, because you've been through some stuff on your own. Like, let's not minimize that at all. Like, if we affirming each other here, like, let's get into that. Like, you've been through some stuff on your own, like that some stuff that I don't think I would even be able to come back from. So kudos to you. Like, I've always told you that I'm your biggest fan, and I'm always gonna push you, and I'm always gonna support you, and no matter what you say. We doing this, all right, we doing it. Like, over a cliff, we going. Like, whatever, like, we doing it. I don't care what it is, we're doing it. Like, and you can do it. Like, I've always believed in affirming y'all and just lifting y'all up, because I know what it's like not to have that. I know what it's like not to have that support. And if I don't do nothing else, I'm always going to support, and I'm always going to be there to lift y'all up in whatever space you want to go into. Because I used to tell y'all all the time, I don't care if you want to be a clown, you better be the best damn clown I have ever seen.
Right.
Like, they better be talking about you all over the. You see that clowning ass Elise? Right. She just be clowning, and I'm like, I know, right? She just be clowning her ass off, like, and she is the best. Yeah, she's the best at it. Like, just make sure whatever you do it to the best. And I've always told y'all too, like, always make sure you leave people better than what you found them. And that's my goal with this book. That's my goal with my coaching. That's my goal with my massage therapy. That's my goal in my friendships, in my relationships, in everything. Like, I always want to leave people better than what I found them. Yeah. Whether they left me in shambles or not. No, for real. But just know you ain't gonna be leaving me in shambles, because baby, I always rise. And I always upgrade. So we good over here. Right. We definitely good over here.
I don't think that you stopping nothing over here.
Not at all.
If anything, I got a little bit more material.
Right. Absolutely. We got more for you. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what? 51 minutes?
I think we good on this. Yeah. We good on this. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We got so much more content coming for y'all. Like, I'm so proud of us, because we've been consistent with this podcasting thing, and we've got what's this, episode 8? Yeah, right. This is episode 8. This is episode 8. Oh my gosh.
2 more episodes until season 2.
Yes, 2 more episodes until season 2.
We're gonna drop y'all with some bangers.
Oh, we're gonna be dropping some heat. We're gonna have guests. Like, we finna heat it up.
We're gonna get to nitty gritty for real.
Yeah, we really are.
I feel like season 1 has definitely been like, y'all just really getting to know us.
Yeah,
but I
introductory.
Feel like we're gonna be really getting into nitty gritty. Like, we're gonna be letting some shit out. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So yes.
And pay attention to our social media. Have you dropped your social media stuff? Have you dropped your tags?
I've just dropped I drop it in the descriptions. So like a lot of socials be in the description.
Yeah, lock into our socials, because I got the book coming out, and I'm gonna be doing pre-order stuff. So lock into our social medias. We're gonna be dropping some shorts so y'all can see us behind the scenes. Right. See us out and about, all that good stuff. And we didn't even mention last time Elise just had a birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh no, we didn't mention it in the episode with me.
Well, happy birthday again.
Right.
Anyway, we did all month. We celebrate all month. Anyway,
right. So. And I feel like I got cut short because February's only 28 days. Right. So like I gotta go into March a little bit.
Right. But, so we still gonna wish you happy birthday anyway.
29.
So, yes. I really don't see how you 29 and I'm still 25, but I don't know.
That's between you and God.
Right. And so we gotta bring your brother back on here too, so all 3 of us can get on here and act up. So
yeah, we do.
Yeah, for sure. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're gonna be coming back. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.